Hey guys, how's it going? It's your Dokkan Tuber back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, comment, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And we appreciate all the support we've been getting. And today is an exciting day. We will be finishing up the Rise of the Old Gods series in the series of cards reviews with the neutral set today. I'm very excited. I know it was a long journey, but very fun one. I learned a lot about the cards and what you guys, expect from us as, YouTube and content creators, and appreciate all the feedback you've been leaving in the comments. We really, like that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of neutral cards, so sit back, relax, and get some nacho fry box to enjoy the show. So first off, we got Safety Inspector, 1 mana, 1/3 Battle Cry. Shuffle the lowest cost card from your hand into your deck, draw a card. Not bad card, 1 mana, 1/3 is obviously a solid stat line, and I like this card. I mean, it may not see much play. A lot of times these neutral cards are just good in Arena. But this card, maybe you have a low cost card in your hand that's not really usable yet, and you just want to shuffle it back in and get something different. Decent card, honestly. We got Costume Entertainer, 2 mana, 1/2. Battlecry, give a random minion in your hand, +2/+2. Just a stat line of being a 1/2. I know the effect is really good, but losing the board is kind of bad. Excuse me, if you have like a Rush hand or some Divine Shield's not really a big mechanic right now, but if you have some Rush minions, buffing them could, grant you a lot of value in the future turn, so that could be something. Maybe people run that kind of deck, but overall, I don't think it's a great card. Then we got Horrendous Growth, 2 mana, 2/2 corrupt, game +1/+1, can be corrupted endlessly. This card's very crazy in Arena. I've seen like huge, like 10/10, 12/12s of this card. It's crazy. Obviously in Standard, this thing's sitting in your hand for like 10 turns is useless. So yeah, not good in Standard, really good in Arena. We got Parade Leader, 2 mana, 2/3. After you summon a Rush minion, give it +2 attack. It has a good stat line, so it's not gonna like die instantly for the most part. And there's a lot of good Rush cards in the new expansion, so I think there could be some cool synergies with this card and some Rush decks. Maybe Warrior, because Warrior has all the Rush cards right now. Then we got Prize Vendor, 2 mana, 2/3 Murloc. Both players draw a card. Decent card, maybe it's a Murloc, so maybe that helps you with some kind of Murloc deck, and it gives you draw. Both players draw a card, so it's, it helps both of you. Obviously, you don't want to help your opponent, but decent card for Murlocs, or Menagerie. We got Rock Rager, of course, the standard Rager that does nothing. 2 mana, 5/1, Taunt Elemental. Very easy to kill. So the taunt, it's just way too easy to kill. It does nothing, so we don't have to talk much about that. Then we got Showstopper, 2 mana, 3/2 Death Rattle, silence all minions. So this is like some kind of silence. Obviously it's Death Rattle, so it's kind of weak because your opponent obviously won't trade into it and they can easily play around it. And honestly, silence effects aren't too strong in the meta right now, so I don't think this card's amazing. Even in Arena, it's like not that great, so yeah. Wriggling Horror, 2 mana, 2/1, Battlecry, give adjacent minions +1/+1. Very strong in aggro Demon Hunter, it seems, and Hunter, Paladin, those kind of fast-moving decks, Zoo, Warlock especially. If you have like 2 minions, you give +2/+2 total for 2 mana and body. Very solid card. Now we got Banana Vendor, 3 mana, 2/4. Add 2 bananas to each player's hand. It's a bad stat line for a 3-drop, and you help your opponent as well. So yeah, not too great. We got Darkmoon Dirigible, 3 mana, 3/2 Mech, Divine Shield. Corrupt, gain Rush. Pretty decent card in Arena. Not much else to say about it. Maybe it sees play in the whole Menagerie Warrior. Decent card overall. Got Darkmoon Statue, 3 mana, 0/5. Your other minions have +1 attack. Corrupt, this gains +4 attack. You're not going to corrupt it. This seems like a Zoo kind of card. It has 5 health, so your opponent probably won't be able to clear it. But I feel like you'd rather just play something, better for this kind of mana, so not a good card at all. Then we got Gita Worm, 3 mana, 3/2 Elemental. Battlecry, if you played an Elemental last turn, deal 3 damage. So, there's a whole Elemental thing. I feel like it's mainly in Mage with Elementals. Not a bad card. 3 damage is a lot. You could kill a minion easily, or go face, so pretty decent card. We got Inconspicuous Rider, 3 mana, 2/2 Battlecry, cast a secret from your deck, so it actually pulls it out from your deck. So it helps you deck thin, so you don't just like draw your secrets because you want to get them from face stock or discard. And that's really strong because secrets are 2 mana obviously, and this is like a 1 mana 2/2 basically, like Blazing Battle Mage. So really strong in Hunter and even the Secret Mage, but mainly Hunter to be honest. Then you got the Katir Rituals, 3 mana 4/4 Talent Battle Cry, add a random 4-cost minion to your opponent's hand. I mean, obviously it has +1 stat line for 3-drop, but giving your opponent a 4-drop could be kind of dangerous. I mean, they could get some crazy stuff. Even if they get Circus Amalgam or something, it's hard for you to deal with. I just don't think giving your opponent anything is a great effect. Then we got the Circus Amalgam, 4 mana 4/5 talent. This minion is all types. Very good. It's good in Menagerie because it can act as any type. It's good in decks that have like Dragon Synergy or maybe even with the Elementals. It's pretty good. So very interesting card. It could see play in a lot of different kinds of decks. Maybe even the Zoth, which we'll come to. Then we got Kyrgyz Medic, 4 mana 3/4. Battle Cry, restore 4 health. Corrupt, deal 4 damage instead. The healing, you mainly want to get the damage. The healing's not bad. Obviously, it helps, you can heal your minion and trade better. But the 4 damage is really where the card is the strongest, and not too bad. Obviously, it's hard to corrupt a 4 mana card and keep that in your hand. So it's it's decent. May not see that too much play though. Then we got Fantastic Firebird, 4 mana 3/5 Wind Fury Elemental. It's like Grookfu Master, but 4 mana. So it's an upgrade, probably. And yeah, good arena card. Not much else to say about it. Knife Ender, 4 mana 3/4 Battle Cry, deal 4 damage to each hero. This card's horrible. Okay, 5 mana 3/2 Derailed Coaster. Battle Cry, summon a 1/1 rider with rush for each minion in your hand. Now this card, it looks bad, right? 5 mana 3/2. But with the Shaman, it's actually crazy. You get a bunch of 1/1s and then evolve. And this is 5 mana, right? So you can get a 6-drop, which is very hard for your opponent to deal with, as I've kept saying over and over in my Shaman video. It's a very solid card just for that deck. No other deck, to be honest. Then we got 5 mana 4/4 Fleethoof Pearl Tusk, 4/4 Beast Rush Corrupt gain +4/+4. Not good enough. I mean, you can't even play it on its own. That Paladin 5/5 with Divine Shield, that's actually playable without the corrupt effect, but this one is just horrible. 5 mana 4/4 Rush is actually awful. Not a good card at all. Then we got Optimistic Ogre, 5 mana 6/7, 50% chance to attack the correct enemy. Interesting effect, not really great because you want your attacks to go where you want them to. Then we got Claw Machine, 6 mana 6/3 Rush, Death Rattle, draw a minion and give it +3/+3. It's a mech as well. This card's very good. I mean, 6/3, you're guaranteed. I mean, most likely you're going to kill a minion, and then you draw a minion and buff it. So on the following turn, you can play that minion, and that's a very strong play. Very solid arena card if you guys see this as one of your options. So very interesting card. They got Silas Darkmoon. We all got this legendary. 7 mana 4/4. Battle Cry, choose a direction to rotate all minions. So let's say your opponent, goes for a big card. You can steal it and give them this card or some other trash that you have. It's a pretty interesting card in like a control deck. That's where you're going to see this card played. Maybe even Paladin plays it because you can hero power and then give them your Silverhand Recruit. Cool card even for 7 mana. I'm surprised even seeing some play. I would like to see worse stats in 6 mana, but it is what it is. Then we got 7 mana 6/6 Strongman Taunt, corrupt. This costs 0. This is mainly one of your Warlock cards, or even Druid. Actually, yeah, Druid and Warlock. You Survival of the Fittest or Guardian Animals, and then plays for 0 or Twisting Nether. There's so many different things. Cool corrupt card. It costs a lot though, so corrupting it's very difficult. In this meta, it's not good. Maybe in your fun, if you're playing fun decks with your friends, really fun card. Otherwise, not too great. And you got the Carnival Clown, 9 mana 4/4 Taunt. Battle Cry, summon 2 copies of this corrupt. Fill your board with copies. So you can have 7 4/4s. And the big combo that everyone's talking about is Survival of the Fittest. You get 7 8/8s. And that's pretty crazy. So obviously that's a great combo. For the most part, you're not going to be able to get that kind of effect off, but if it does happen, it's really cool. So now I'm going to look at Darkmoon Rabbit first, and then talk about the old gods. So 10 mana 1/1 Rush Poison. Beast also damages the minions next to whomever this attacks. It's a cleave basically effect. So The best thing is you kill 3 cards. Great arena card. You can't really play it in many other decks. And then finally, we got the Old Gods. So we'll start out with Cthulhu. These are the main things of the expansion. So you expect that they're really strong, right? Well, we'll see. 10 mana, 6/6. Start a game. Break into pieces. Battle cry. Deal 30 damage. Randomly split among all enemies. I should have pulled up the pieces are right here. So at the start of the game, this guy breaks into these 4 pieces. Okay. So we got the Eye of Cthulhu, 5 mana. Deal 7 damage. Randomly split among all enemies. Pretty terrible. Having random damage is not good at all. So this is not good at all. 5 mana, Heart of Cthulhu, deal 3 damage to all minions. I would like this card to be like all enemy minions or enemy characters or something like that. But it's not bad. I mean, it kind of deals with aggro, I guess, so it's okay. Body of Cthulhu, 5 mana. Summon a 6/6 Cthulhu's Body with Taunt. That's actually pretty solid. I mean, of all of them, that's actually a pretty high value. Maw of Cthulhu, destroy minions and assassinate, 5 mana. Not too great right now with all the aggro decks. You're not really dealing with big minions right now. All these cards, I just feel like overall they're pretty weak and they cost 5 mana. So they're kind of a pain to actually play because they don't really yield much reward. But once you play them, Cthulhu doesn't even go in your hand. He goes in your deck. So you have to draw him and then play him. So he's pretty, I think he's pretty bad. He's so inconsistent. All these cards are not good at all. So Cthulhu's not that good, unfortunately. We got N'Zoth, the God of the Deep, 10 mana, 5/7, battle cry. Resurrect a friendly minion of each type. So there's a lot of decent menagerie cards. The problem is you have to draw all those, play them, and then get this guy and survive long enough to play him, and then they can't even attack that turn, so you could still just die to like face damage. And his stat line's terrible, so again, high cost card, can't be played because of aggro. Aggro's the meta, so yeah, that's N'Zoth. We got Yashiraj the Defiler, 10 mana, 10/10. Battlecry, add a copy of each corrupted card you've played this game to your hand. They cost 0 this turn. So you want to have a big hand. I mean, you want to have hand space so you're able to play them. And then the corrupted versions, which is important to note. So if you get like Tikatus from Warlock, it still has the corrupted effect, which is very strong. I feel like Yashiraj, it's just 10 mana. You just can't play these cards because you have to have already played all the corrupted cards and then get him and then play those. And it's just hard to last that long. So cool card, but not strong enough right now. Then the last one, Yogg-Saron, Master of Fate, 10 mana, 7/5. If you cast 10 spells this game, spin the Wheel of Yogg. So I'll show you all the Wheel of Yogg options. So the mystery box is cast a random spell. For every spell you've cast this turn, target chosen randomly. So that's like the general Yogg effect. Can be good, can be bad. It's kind of fun to play around with that. Then we got Hand of Fate. Fill your hand with random spells. They cast 0 this turn. This is like okay. I mean, you could get some decent spells. You can get some bad ones. You want to make sure you have a big hand in case, big hand space, sorry, so that you can actually fill your hand with some decent spells and have some good options. And this Curse of Flesh, fill the board with random minions, then give yours Rush. Your opponent also gets minions, so if they get some strong minions, you're just kind of dead at that point. But if you get some strong ones, then they may not be able to deal with your stuff. Then there's the Mind Flayer Goggles, take control of 3 random enemy minions. I think this one's probably the best because it's just very consistent with, taking your opponent's minions is always a big plus, so it really steals away the tempo from them and is very strong. Then there's Devouring Hunger, destroy all other minions, gain their attack and health. Not too bad if your opponent has a big board, you just play this Yogg and he gets big. If they don't have removal, you win the game. If they do, it's fine because you killed all their minions. And I believe there's like a 20% chance to get each of these. Like the wheel spins like a spin. And then this is like a 5% chance, this one. Rod of Roasting, cast Pyroblast randomly until a player dies. So it literally casts Pyroblast, like it just keeps casting and someone dies. So it can hit minions, you, your opponent. It's kind of fun. Like I think I've played this and I've won. I've lost to it as well. So Yogg's very fun. 10 spells is a lot, but typically if you're playing like Mage is obviously the class you kind of want to play because it has draw and a lot of spells and spell generation, so Yogg's fun. But overall these old gods, like They just don't have enough reward, and they're 10 mana, and right now with all the aggro, like 5-6 mana, you're already dead. So you're not going to be able to play any of them, but, you know, some of these neutrals, most of these neutrals are honestly not that good. Only the low-cost ones are good, but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that whole series of Rise the Old Gods. I'm going to start some kind of new series. I'm not sure what to do yet, but let me know if you guys have any cool ideas, and we'll see you next time.